Hello and welcome to the mains PYQ discussion by NEBAS. This question is from the 2014 mains examination and it goes like this. Takshila University was one of the oldest universities of the world with which were associated a number of renowned learned personalities of different disciplines. Its strategic location caused its fame to flourish, but unlike Nalanda, it is not considered as a university in the modern sense. Now, this question is complicated with the very articulation of it. It has a lot of elements within that three sentences. You have to dissect that and you have to structure that. So, apart from the factual and value addition element that you have to bring in this answer, the structuring is a challenge here. Now, how we have managed it is by bringing the strategic location part in the introduction itself. The question is very specific about that. Its strategic location caused its fame to flourish. So we have brought that in the introduction. We have given the location here. We have said that Takshila is in the Indus Bank and Nalanda is in the bank of Ganges. We will connect that as well because it's a comparative answer. And we have given a map as well. So you can see Takshila here and you can see Nalanda here. The strategic location is because this is the place from where all the Central Asian inflow into Indian subcontinent happens. Here is the Panipat, the opening of India. You have Delhi near, and you have the entire subcontinent open through this route. That's why the strategic location is important. This is also the location of the Indus Valley civilization. So this location is pretty important and strategic in Indian history. That's why the question asks like that. We'll mark that, we'll identify that in the introduction, we'll give a map, and then we'll move to the body. In the body, we have two parts. This is a 10 marker. So in the body, we have two parts. In the first part, we have 3 points. And in the second part, which is a comparative analysis with Nalanda, we have four points. So in the first part, we will mark the relevance of Takshila and the renowned learned personalities associated with that. Both these aspects should come in the first part. The relevance of Takshila is it is one of the earliest universities in the world. Second, it was a school for the evolution of Buddhist philosophy. The learned personalities associated with it, we'll give two examples. One is Arthashastra and the personality is Kautilya. Second is Ashtadhyayi written by Panini. It is a grammatical treatise, one of the earliest in India. So we'll give these two names and we'll mark this part as complete. Moving to the second part, there we have to bring in two elements. One is a comparing and contrasting with Nalanda University. Second, the modern nature of Nalanda should also come in this part. And we have to make it a point that Takshila is unlike Nalanda in this modern sense. So the first point, in Nalanda, you had a variety of courses in the modern model. For example, courses like astronomy, mathematics, and science were there in Nalanda. And you have scholars like Aryabhatta, who was into science. If you see here, what you have is grammar, is tradecraft, not something in the modern sense where we study science. So that is what makes Nalanda different. The second point is about international exposure. You can equate it to something like exchange programs in modern times, where students from X university goes to a Y country and study a particular course. And we have the name of Xuan Zhang that can be given here. He's a Chinese traveler related to Buddhism who came to India and visited Nalanda University, took courses there. That's the second point. The third is with respect to the method of exams. Exam is a modern phenomenon and Nalanda University had it at that time. So that again is a modern method which Takshila lacked. The last point and the most important point has to be given here. The nature of survival of both these universities depends on the revenue or the income. When it comes to Nalanda, they financed themselves by the revenue of 100 surrounding villages. So it was kind of self-sustaining without the need for a patron. Whereas in case of Takshila, it was dependent on the patron. So that's a major difference, and that reflects in the flourishing, diversity, and the decline of these universities. So 4 points, 4 clear points to mark this. So as I said, structuring is the major challenge of these issues. We have brought in all the elements in this: Nalanda, the modern sense, the personalities associated, the strategic location. All these things have been brought in this answer. So this will serve the purpose for a 10 marker, and we will conclude it by bringing in both the universities and marking them as part of India's rich legacy in learning and academia. Thank you for listening.